This is the Maiden of Sugadenti Hard Mode Edition. Maiden's mechanics for hard mode are updated with the following: increased hit points, increased damage, immortal blood spawns, and more of them. Increased healing from her Nihilocus, increased hit points from her Nihilocus, increased attack speed with healing, and increased damage with successful attacks on the same target. TLDR, everything is more, and if freezers miss crabs, the room is very difficult to clear. The strategy in hard mode is really the same as previous advanced tactics, except you must kill the crabs completely and switch tank every 3 attacks or so to prevent unnecessary damage increases. Maiden's defense level is 200. Please note, communicate whether skipping 30's is going to be done or not before you start your raid. You don't need to skip 30's to make time at all, but with this being hard mode, advanced tactics are silently expected. So again, please clarify before you start. I'll be explaining Maiden to you in terms of a bigger picture, divided between freezers and DPSers. Freezers, as you enter, you must hit 1 Dragon Warhammer spec. The next priority is to immediately freeze all the blood spawns as they spawn or unfreeze. And remember, the trail they leave does not go away. Freezing the blood spawns ASAP will make your DPSer's job a hell of a lot easier. Next, DPS the boss until 5 to 10% before the crabs spawn. Switch into your freeze gear just like usual and freeze your usual crabs. South should catch 1, 2, and 4 and clump the 2. North freeze should do 1, 2, and 3 and try to catch 4s as well. If for whatever reason you're late switching or you froze a blood spawn instead and had really bad timing, please make sure you catch your 3s and 4s. North or south can miss 1 crab per rotation. Again, if you miss 1 crab per rotation, you can still clear the room. From here, make sure the clump dies and get back on the boss. If you're skipping 30, South Mage does not need to clump the second crab, meaning it can be frozen ASAP. Ideally, the team is in voice chat and the freezers can determine which freezer will catch 3s and 4s. Otherwise, the other freezer can get back on the boss for 2 extra hits. If you're unsure if your buddy has the 2 freezes for 3s and 4s, then just catch your crabs as usual. Once all the crabs are frozen, immediately get on the boss, dump your claw that you should have left over, scythe the boss, and chally at 10%. At this point, everyone should be challying at 10% and the boss should immediately die. Now let's take a look at the DPS's role in Maiden during hard mode. Ranged DPS will hit 1 Dragon Warhammer spec, and melee DPS, yeah, that BGS you have, you're going to use 1 spec. With 3 Dragon Warhammer hits, the BGS can hit a 69 and the boss will be at 0 defense. At this point, the DPSers will stay on the boss until the crabs spawn. When the crabs spawn, the DPSers will kill the singleton crabs, meaning north 1, 2, and south 1. If the ranged DPS brought in chins, then they will chin the pile after their chore of killing the singletons is done. Between the south freeze and the ranged DPS chinning the pile, it is those 2 persons' responsibilities to make sure that the clump dies. Once the clump is dead, everyone should be back on the boss. If you're skipping 30's, the DPSers will proc the 30's and ignore the crabs completely. Once 30's proc, dump your claw spec, scythe until 10%, and chally at the 10% mark. Everyone should be challying at roughly 10% and the boss will immediately die. DPSers, you have the least amount of things to look at. If you catch that crabs went in during 30's, please notify your teammates to abort the skip and just kill the crabs. Yes, it'll be slightly annoying, but it is a much safer option and a hell of a lot easier just to kill the crabs and then kill the boss. If this guide was to your standards, please drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell. And you need to do something. Yeah, you right there on the other side of the screen. Have a good day.